Hello everybody, welcome to PBO Week 1, the St. Louis Solgaleos here in Season 7 with a brand new team, brand new me. I'm Aiden, and we are facing the King Keldeos this week. And so let's go ahead and get right into what I'm bringing this week. What we're kind of thinking for this matchup. So first we got our number 1 overall pick. We got Ursaluna Blood Moon. And by the way, if you haven't checked out the power rankings where you can see my team and my opponent's team in full, I would highly suggest doing that over on the PBO YouTube channel. I'll go ahead and post a link to them down in the description. But anyway, we got Golden Freddy, the Ursaluna Blood Moon. So we got choice specs on here because anytime I'm clicking a move, it's either I'm going to stay in and click it multiple times, or if I'm clicking Blood Moon, I most of the time get a kill, and then I just switch out anyway into one of my better defensive pieces. So getting into the EVs, obviously we're max special attack modest because there isn't anything Blood Moon does better. But the 116 speed is actually to outspeed a certain speed stat per marina that was commonly run against me, and so this is to outspeed that. And if I'm already in, to like not risk anything and go ahead and get the kill if I need to, like if I'm in a spot where I need to risk that. I have a really good switch in Empoleon, but if I if that's down for whatever reason and I kind of need to risk something, that's what this is for. Next we got the Goober. We got Goober the Trapinch. So it's running Focus Sesh this week. Usually you see, Trapinch with Arena Trap and like Choice Band, because usually it switches on something that can't touch it. Well, this week there isn't really that one mon that can't touch it, but instead it's meant to switch in, take a hit with the Focus Sash, and then kill back one of the really big threats. Something like Cinderace, something like Appleton if it Terra Steals, Lycanroc if it's just Terra Rock, or you just regular without Terra. So that's kind of what we're thinking here. And then speed is to outspeed Appleton with no speed investment. I probably don't need this much speed. I actually think I might. I'm not entirely sure. But just having as much speed as possible in case they want to throw some speed EVs in there is very beneficial. Next we move on to Zapdos. So Zapdos is here for Great Tusk and for Cinderace. So obviously it does really well against Great Tusk. If it has Head Smash or Stone Edge, we cry, but we hope they miss. And then Cinderace, as long as it's not banded, this Zapdos can take hits really well from the Cinderace. So the reason I'm not just max HP, max defense is because I calced Cinderace, right? And I creeped it against the highest speed thing that I have. And if it is creeped to that, it should have roughly, I think, 80 EVs in HP or something. And so then with my 80 special attack, I have these Thunderbolt guarantee 2-hit KOs. That version of Cinderace, if it's max attack, almost max speed with Jolly, it always 2-hit KOs with Thunderbolt. That we don't have to risk missing a Hurricane or anything. Yeah, that's Zapdos. Mainly just a pivot there to kind of be annoying with static. Hopefully we get some paralysis. Mainly due to the fact that Great Tusk is a very big problem for my team if Zapdos does happen to go down. But luckily we have other answers for it, like Rafiki, our Zarude. So this set right here is meant to kind of be a breaker. So this is what I'm leading this game. As long as there is Lycanroc. If Lycanroc midday is here, because I'm not bringing any removal this week, Lycanroc midday, if it's here, we're leading this, because this with Bullet Seed guarantees a 2-hit KO against a Lycanroc midday with Adamant Bullet Seed, as long as I hit. Which is really important, because if rocks go up, if any sort of hazards go up, then my Trapinch strat doesn't work. Which is really important that I need it to work. Even then I can still switch it on Appleton and trade. Something that was running against me in Mox was Shuka Ripen, to help with the Earth Power from Ursaluna. And so having this here to run Bullet Seed and KOA Sash Lycan lead is very, very helpful here. Otherwise, it's just something that clicks knockoff into almost their entire team. Nothing really resisted except for Primarina and Great Tusk. But knocking off Great Tusk, if it's like Scarf or Band, is insanely huge. And then Petal Blizzard and Bullet Seed kind of just hit the rest of their team U-turn for pivoting in case I don't need to actually hit anything. This mon is very, very good in this game, and I think it can put in a lot of work. I just gotta kind of pilot it right. So the next, we have our dedicated Primarina counter. We have Pesto the Empoleon. So we're Surf, Flip, Turn, Roost, Roar. Roars for CM Prim, because if it is CM Prim and I don't have Roar, it sits there and sweeps my whole entire team. Okay, it doesn't sweep my entire team because then Rafiki can come in, but it doesn't want to switch in on like a Draining Kiss in case they want to, or a Moonblast or something, because I am Terra Dark. That is my Terra Captain. And so Roar is to sit here and really just negate that Prim from setting up or anything, and just to take hits on Prim. It's good to pivot out. Then obviously we are Choppel. So Choppel is here for Lycanroc specifically. If I know that there's a rock move coming, I can switch in to Empoleon, and then I can eat a close combat, and then I can either flip turn or surf out if I really need to. But otherwise, Empoleon isn't really here much else than just take special hits and kind of do that part of the team for us. And last but not least, we have Jeffrey Dahmer, our Gengar. So Gengar's also Choice Scarf. The Choice Scarf on Zarude is needed to outspeed Lycanroc midday. But this is kind of looking to be our kind of cleaner / mid game breaker. Nothing really wants to switch in to Gengar. The only things that really can are Appleton and actually, that's kind of about it. Just mainly Appleton. Nothing else really wants to take a Shadow Ball. And I have Energy Ball on here for Great Tusk. It's good against Terra Water Appleton too if they decide to bring that. Most of the time it was Terra Steel. That does work really well, especially at shutting Gengar down if it's max HP, max Spadef. But yeah, Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Energy Ball, and then I have Trick. Trick is for like Prim or Appleton. If either of them want to just switch in and I haven't attacked it, I can Trick. That does get rid of my Scarf, which really sucks, especially if I'm up against a Cinderace late game that I need to outspeed. But there also is Metagross. So Metagross, as most of you know, can run like Weakness Policy Agility sets. This set outspeeds a +2 Metagross by 1 if it is max attack, max speed. I think even Jolly. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's how this set is, which is why I have to be max speed. If I didn't have to be max speed and I could just be Scarf, I would have gone max HP, which could have lived some funny things. But yeah, I had to be max speed in order to cover for that. And so, yeah, that is the team for week 1 of season 7 of the PBO. And I'll be back whenever we get into this match. All right, we are here. We are ready to take on B, the King Keldeos. So first thing I see, obviously there is a Lycanroc, so we're leading Zarude. But one thing I notice, there's no Metagross. And then there is no Cinderace. No Cinderace is so huge for us here. It is actually so incredibly huge for us. So I really like that. There is the only thing stopping Zapdos is Great Tusk. So no Metagross means that there's only one rocker on this team that he brought, which is Lycanroc. They lead Tusk. Huh. Okay. This is another rocker, but this does kind of suck for me. So I could like Petal Blizzard or Bullet Seed, but I don't want to take a CC because it is almost definitely killing me if they CC. I eat every other hit, especially if I Terra Dark, but CC would be really, really tough here. I can't really risk losing Zarude this early. This could also be a Zoroark. So I can risk Scarf against Tusk. I can also risk it against Zoroark. Because Zoroark doesn't really do that much to me. But the safe play is just go Zapdos. But I kind of like U-turn here. I think we're gonna click U-turn. Yeah. They go Appleton. Okay. Dude, that is such good damage. So this Appleton, that just screams, by the way, that is not Fizdef, that is Spadef. And it's probably Terra Steel. So at least we know this. Blood Moon, if they Terra Steel, how much do you do? Earth Power kills, but Blood Moon, Hyper Voice, Vacuum Wave do not. What is my best course of action here? Honestly, the best course of action is Zarude, but I can't really do that again. And we know this is not Zoroark. Is there anything Gengar needs to outspeed? Without Scarf? Not really. I could just go in and Trick. But that could be really, really bad. But Appleton can't touch me back. Right, so what's the harm of just Shadow Balling here? I don't know. Basically, everything is faster than this, so I can switch in anything and be faster. The problem is that if they Terra Steel, it's bad for me, right? And so, like, Rafiki is obviously the best thing to just hit this. If I were to Terra Dark right now, then I would just kill it. The problem is that I can't do that. So I think we just go Jeffrey Dahmer, we go Gengar. Right, and then I think we just click Shadow Ball. I don't see a reason not to. This puts almost anything in the bad spot. Anything that doesn't want to take a hit. You know, I could also just pivot out again. But if they Terra Steel, then, you know, it is what it is. We're making the mid ground. We're clicking Shadow Ball. We're doing what we need to do. The one thing that is slightly worrying is this Pecharunt. But I don't think I'm too worried about that. Again, there is a Gengar right here. So that is nice. Yeah, I think this game has started off amazingly for us. Getting this chip on this Appleton is huge. It does get Recover, but now sitting at just a little over 50%, it doesn't want to take a bunch of hits. Especially from things like Blood Moon and Zapdos and Zarude. Like, especially since it's not Fizdef Appleton, it definitely struggles in this in the Zarude matchup, as well as the Trapinch matchup, which is really nice. Like, this chip, if it Terra Steals, Trapinch just kills it, which is amazing. It's so close to being able to one-hit KO from like full, as you can see on the Calc Dex right here. It does 84 to 99, but yeah, so we'll see what B wants to do here. I think their safest play is probably either hitting me with like Dragon Pulse or something, or switching out into something like Primarina or Great Tusk. But the best play is probably just Terra Steel Recover. And then after that, I can switch back into Zarude because they can't Leech Seed me. They could Strength Sap me, which would be a little bit of a problem. Does this mod get Strength Sap? That is something that I want to track. It does not get Strength Sap. Okay, so that's good to know. So, yeah, and anything they really do to me doesn't matter. I can just go ahead and click Terra Dark, knock off, and do a ton, figure out what their item is, stuff like that. So that's also really good. I could just Sludge Wave here, but I don't want to give the Appleton a free turn. So I think Shadow Ball is just my best play, and then if I get a Spadef drop, that's even better for me. Yeah, anything to switch out to, I think I have a good switch into, except for Lycanroc. Lycanroc is the only thing that I have a little bit of a problem with. But I am faster than Lycan, so if they switch into Lycan here, then I can just kill it, easily. Like, it's not even that big of a problem. So I don't think they can do that. They could go Zoroark, right? But if I decide to Sludge Wave, then that would be really, really bad for them. Plus, I always outspeed it. Because Gengar's base 110, and I think Zoroark's base 105. Yeah, this Gengar really puts him in a tough spot. Especially with no Cinderace. Because Cinderace was usually the switch in. Because I do, I think, a little less than half to a Cinderace. And then it would just Pyro Bomb me back and really put me in a bad spot, especially if it was banded with Zapdos. Zapdos only took one Pyro Ball. Okay, there's the Prim. So we get the Shadow Ball off that it did 24%. I do get the Spadef drop. That doesn't matter because I don't think I'm staying in. So if that is not -1, this thing looks to be Spadef, if I'm being so for real. It might not be full Spadef, right? Actually, it kind of looks like it is, which I feel like is kind of good for me. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with this. Obviously, if I wasn't choice, Sludge Wave is just an immediate click here, but I can't. But we can just go into Imp. We can go into Imp. Imp is also getting Zoroark here because I am Spadef. So, yeah, we just go into Imp. They go into Tusk. Okay. So I am Chople, right? But obviously they can hit me with a ground type move. I think the switch in is always Zapdos here. I don't think they can risk clicking. They can't risk clicking a rock move, not on the first time. I mean, if they want to be that aggressive, they very well could. Good on them. But I think the safe play. There's the rocks. Okay. So I kind of figured it when they let it that this would be their rocker, right? So that does suck. So Trapinch is kind of done for the game here. But it's not fully done. We'll see what we can do with it. Maybe it can live a hit somewhere else down the line. But this is also a super free Hurricane right here. Yeah, we're just gonna click Hurricane. Goes into Pecharunt, takes a Hurricane. Is this also Max Spadef? Oh my god. Do they not have any respect for the Zarude? This is so sad. Oh my lord. They have no respect for the Zarude at all. So now we just Volt Switch here. Now we go into Ursaluna, and something takes a massive hit. Toxic. Okay, so I kind of knew this was happening, right? It is what it is. Oh, it had Citrus Bear. I was wondering how I got 71%. Anyway, so this Pecharunt can't really touch me at all, right? However, I can just click Blood Moon, and if I hit, it dies. And if I hit anything else, except the Prim, Prim might die. It's a 50% chance. We just have to hope for no confusion here. No hitting myself. No giving them free turns to do things. They still have to pivot out of Pecharunt, which is the nice thing here, but I don't want to take that free turn of Toxic Chip on this Mon. Parting Shot is a good move here. Pecharunt should always be faster. That's super tough. You're lucking me so hard right now, bro. That is really tough that we don't get the free Blood Moon. It wouldn't have killed, but Chip on Prim is always Chip on Prim. It's always nice. You can never undervalue the chip that this Mon can give you. Luckily, most of my team resists rocks. That 16%. It is not leftovers. Is that bulky specs? No, it can't be. I just don't know. This is so weird. But they definitely don't want to click a move into me again, right? Oh, shit, they Draining Kissed. But we know they're not Fizz Def now, right? So what does Zarude do? Zarude comes in. Right? So here's the thing. If I call the Petch switch in, you know what? Mid-ground is U-turn. If they stay in, we go back to Imp. If they switch out, we go back into Blood Moon on the Petch, and then we click Blood Moon again. Yeah, no, yeah, this is easy. This is easy mid-ground. We'll know what they want to do in the future. This maintains momentum for me, especially because I've made the wrong play. Clicking flip turn. I totally thought they would just switch out. They have no reason not to. It's an Empoleon. It doesn't really threaten the rest of their team. They don't know what move I am, right? All they know is that I'm flip turn. And I guess the chip is nice, but they're not doing anything in front of Empoleon, so I don't know what their plan was there with that Draining Kiss. Because I can just roar them out. I guess they were willing. Yeah, okay, so here's the Petra one. If I would have clicked Terra Dark knockoff here, that would have been, oh, so good. It would have been so good, but I didn't, obviously. So now we're in a situation where I could actually... Does Gengar kill here? It doesn't. That's so sad, actually. So if Prim switches in, right, Blood Moon is still my freest click. Not at -1, though. -1 feels a little bad. But I do get Chip. So, like, it's not bad at all. I can just go back into Empoleon, not have to worry about it. So I think that's exactly what we're going to do here. Getting this Chip on Blood Moon does feel really bad. But I'm also whittling down their team. A lot of their bigger threats will have taken a lot of damage. So that's good. And Petron has eaten its Citrus Berry. So any damage on that is almost permanent. Oh, wow. I mean, that's fair. I'm gonna go into Zarude here. There's no way they click a poison move here. Like, they get a free click of something, but there's no way. There's just no way that they click a poison move here. I refuse to believe it. Yeah. That's what I thought. Alright, I do think I'm going to Terra Dark U-turn, just so that I'm not weak to poison moves in the future. Although I do like Terra Dark Knock. Because what are they going to do? Toxic me? Then that's just Chip. But I also like U-turn here. I do like U-turn. What do I want to do here? I think U-turn might be the smarter play. Although I really want to click Terra Dark Knock. If I had to click Terra Dark Knock that first turn, dude, this Petron would be dead, and I'd be having such an easier time right now, but unfortunately, it is not. This is tough. Right, because I don't know if I want the chip. Or if I want... You know what? I think I'm just going to click Knock Off here. The literal max roll, by the way. The literal max roll. I think I have to take this chance. And hope I don't hit myself. That's what I'm doing. Because if this Petch is dead, that's so much easier for me to just click moves. Especially with something like Gengar. There's nothing that currently resists poison except for Great Tusk. Energy Ball becomes a lot freer. Just having this Petch gone is just great. It's Mon advantage. Could save it for a sack later, but hitting a Terra Dark Knock on anything is just like really nice. This is tough. I don't feel like I'm in the greatest position right now. But I think I'm not in a bad position. I think U-turning there was probably the better play. But then they get free recovers and stuff. I don't like that. So I do like getting this down to 1%. If I hit myself here, it's really bad. But because then they get a free recover, they can parting shot, they can do whatever to just get damage on this, which again feels really bad. All right, so obviously that was really bad, right? Hitting myself in confusion again feels really bad. If these turns come back and bite me in the end, it really sucks. But you know, I think I just kind of have to go for it again. It's a guaranteed kill. They go Appleton. Let's go. Hit the confusion. Appleton's dead. Okay. Earth power has become so free. Don't doubt my Zarude gameplay. Alright, Zarude is him. Zarude is so him. So the good part about this is that Appleton is dead. Right. So that's the good part. That makes this so much freer for them. I don't even know if they know that I'm Scarf yet. They don't. I don't think... So I'm going to click Knockoff again and see what they want to do here. Because there's no way they're Scarf, right? They don't know that I'm Scarf. There's no way they're Scarf. They could have Celerock here. Does that do anything? A Celerock would kill. So I guess we'll see what they do, right? Either way, I think Zarude is kind of a dead mon, unfortunately. Terra Rock. Okay, they do just click a Celerock. Okay, so there's that. The problem now becomes, what do I do? So Energy Ball doesn't kill. How much does Banded CC do to me? 12.5% chance to kill. Okay. Obviously, Terra Rock, Stone Edge. Well, they can only click a Celerock if they're banded. If they're not banded, then Stone Edge has a 25% chance to kill Zapdos. If they're not banded, Empoleon lives comfortably. I think the play is Empoleon, because I think I can handle Prim with a little bit more chip. Right. I could also send in Trapinch, because I don't think it really does anything else here. And either get a really hard-hitting first impression off and see what their move choice is, like if they are banded, or what, which I think might be really good here, right? I think I am actually going to send in Trapinch. And if they are banded, this is really, really good for me. I can just click Earthquake. But we shall see if they are banded or if they are not banded. If it's banded, dude, Trapinch does exactly what it needed to do. It was banded, indeed. It was banded. Trapinch gets a kill. Let's go. It did its job. Trapinch did its job. That's all I could ever ask of my little guy. We're going to quick attack. We're going to take our 16% chip. It did nothing. But hey, you know what? Now Imp is healthy. Imp is healthy. I think we take the chance to Roost here. I could also Surf. I could Flip Turn. I could Roar. Everything I could do. But I think I'm going to take the turn to Roost. They Flip Turn. Probably into Tusk, if I had to guess. They go into Petch. Yeah, we kind of just have to flip turn there. Now we go into U, and we click Earth Power. And something takes a lot of damage. I could click Blood Moon again, but Earth Power is my safest click into Pecha Run. There's the parting shot. Okay, this Petch is a problem now that Zarude's gone, but hey, we are where we are. Get this Spadef drop, please. Okay. So that's actually kind of huge, because now it's a 68% chance to kill. And I think I want to take that chance. So I think I will. I mean, realistically, Ursaluna Blood Moon's basically dead, right? So there is that. I did not hit the roll. That's so sad. If I did hit that roll there, this puts them in a really, really bad spot. Anyway, now we go Zap. And, can I risk a Hurricane here? I think I can. Zapdos hits these. For sure. Zapdos for sure hits these. Yeah, Zapdos hits those. Okay, it's 3-3. This is a good game right now. Oh, I'm so nervous. So a little bit of backstory on this matchup. I don't think I've ever beaten B at all. So if I can do it here, it would be so huge. Gengar is getting set up to do what it wants to do. They can't Toxic it. I think Gengar eats a hit. It eats one Hex. If it's Shadow Ball, I eat one of those two. Zapdos eats a Head Smash or a Stone Edge. I eat both. So I think I'm going to click Hurricane here. It eats an Ice Spinner. Oh, this is Zoroark. Okay, I kind of ate that actually. That was my strongest move, I believe. Yeah, had a roll to kill, so that's pretty crazy. Out comes the Petch. Okay, so obviously I cannot kill this right now. But it can't kill me either. So I'm wondering if that is the smart play. Because Tusk doesn't take 2. Zoroark does not take 2. I almost don't want to risk it, right? Like, what happens if I go Zap? Well, they Toxic me, is the bad part. I think Gengar is the play, and I think I just have to click Shadow Ball. I think is what I have to do. And, we have to hope and pray, I think. Okay, so it lives. We knew that. It parting shots. Okay. So what do you go into? You go back into Great Tusk. So they can do a lot of things here, right? I honestly kind of think the smart thing is sacking Empoleon. Downsides to that. I still have a toxic immunity. I have a pivot. Everything dies to energy ball. I think, well, let's not get too hasty. It's a 3K, okay. Not everything dies to energy ball. But it also gives me a free switch into Zapdos, see what they want to do. Okay, alright, so let's think about this. So if we go to Imp, and they click a ground move, we die. And they click Headlong, we die. Right. So then that resets Gengar to be where it needs to be. Energy Ball doesn't kill. Right. If we go into Zap, and they click anything other than a rock move, then we live. The problem is we're not faster. Even then, I think a rock move like Stone Edge, it has a under 50% chance to kill, which I think I might have to take. So I think we go Imp here. You Ice Spinner. I think I eat a CC. So they did predict the Zap, which honestly, that's better for Zapdos, because Zapdos eats that better. Yeah, let's hope they're CC here. That would be, like, so big, actually. If they're CC. If they are CC, do I live that? So it's either between CC or Earthquake, right? Okay, so CC always kills, which is really sad. But I think this is the play. Either Headlong or CC always kills. But if they Headlong, then they're at -1, which I think Gengar can then pick it off. It can pick it off with Energy Ball, but that's not what we're looking for, right? We're looking for Zapdos. They Ice Spinner again! They messed up! They're Citrus! Do they not have a good move to hit me? There's the Earthquake. I live in Ice Spinner. Hit these. Zap hits these. You're slow? You made me hit myself. Alright, I'm gonna Volt Switch here. Oh shit, I don't know which one this is. Okay. It is the Zoroark. Bruh. Are you kidding me right now? Are you actually kidding me? This is fine though. This is fine. Because I think this is GG's right here. And I always kill Zoroark. I always kill Petrarun. This should be GG's. Gengar, the Scarf Cleaner. Gengar wins these. That's GG's. And that is PBO Season 7, Week 1 with the dub. Let's go. Gengar prevails. Jeffrey Dahmer. And that'll end it today. St. Louis Solgaleos 1-0. We take the dub. We'll see you next week when we face the Detroit Zoroarks and Bumble. Have a good one, everybody.